Hey guys, happy Friday. It's day 5 in the hospital. Feeling really worn out and just weak, but pneumonia will do that to you. Last night was rough. Just didn't sleep very comfortably and just had some issues with some stuff that happened. I feel like this hospital stay has had more issues than like I have ever had in my life with hospital stays. Like any hospital stay you have, it will never be perfect. Like there will be nurses you don't like, people you don't like mistakes will happen. It's like you can't avoid it. Nothing will ever go the way it's planned. But you should always have people that just like listen to what you're saying and listen to you voice your concerns and your worries. And just like I say, you're your own advocate for your health, and no one knows your body better than you, so just speak up, and know that. So yesterday, my day shift nurse was Jessica. She's really nice, and that went great. And then my night shift nurse came, and they shift around 6-ish, but really like the other one's still around for a little bit to help out. And Hayden had arrived from driving back from Kokomo and hadn't been here that long, and I asked for my Phenergan, which is also known as promethazine, and it's IV. So this medication is very potent to your veins. It burns, it can destroy your veins, it can infiltrate your skin. Like just look up promethazine IV and look at images on Google. It's pretty gory and gross. So this medication actually comes with special instructions on orders and like manufacturer wise, like how to push it IV. And this night shift nurse drew it up. It comes in a 25 milligram ampule, so I only get half of it because I'm only on 12.5, and drew it up in his syringe and then had flushes, which is basically just like saline. So they just access it here to my midline and administer it. And I was super nauseous, so like my eyes were closed and I was just deep breathing, and she just pushed it straight without diluting it, and it obviously burnt a lot and kept burning. And I asked her to flush it several times with salines, and then she hooked me back up to my line, which I already had several different antibiotics going through already in my veins, so that wasn't helping. And the burning kept getting worse, so Hayden had to go get her. And when she did that and she pushed it, Hayden was like, "Was that Phenergan?" And she said yes, and he was like, "That's supposed to be diluted with 10 cc's and pushed over 2 minutes." And like she looked at him like, oh my god, he knows what he's talking about. And that's another reason I'm so blessed to have the husband that I do, because he is a wonderful advocate for me, and he knows what's going on. He knows what's the medication, how they should be given, how they shouldn't. And this nurse kind of just like nonchalantly was like, "Oh, it's fine, blah blah blah." And then my arm was burning and on fire for an hour, and from there on Hayden was like, it needs to be done correctly, and the order even states that. So just I feel like this hospital visit has had so many like things that has gone wrong, medication wise, nursing wise, just care wise, and just kind of I don't think I've ever felt so like I don't need to have people pity me or baby me, but when I speak for my health and regarding my care, I need someone to listen and act as if they care. You might not agree with what I'm saying or something, but as a nursing staff and as people in the healthcare, that's your job to just listen to me. So I feel like that really hasn't happened very much with all the mistakes that has occurred, and we filed a complaint about it just because this stay has been like the worst compared to any that we've had, and I'm just praying and hoping that the rest of the day is smooth sailing, and tonight is, and that tonight we have a good night nurse that just knows how to administer the medication properly and just listens when I voice any concerns, because ultimately I know my body and I know what it needs. There's something else I just thought of and I forgot. That's good. So, but just trying to get lots of rest and just relaxing. Also, that's what I was going to say. My pain is kind of out of control because she didn't stay on top of my pain medicine, and she also got my IV antibiotics off track. So that's fun. So it's like the nurses just are having to clean up after each other, all the things that they don't get done. So it's kind of frustrating. I woke up really swollen this morning, my hands and legs and my face, and I'm on a bunch of fluids and stuff, so that doesn't help. But I've been trying to walk and just move around and get out all moving. So I guess I just want to encourage you, when it comes to your health, physical or mental, just know exactly what your body needs and sticks to it, no matter what people say. You know your body best, and you're your number one advocate, and just speak up regardless of how people react or whether they brush you off like it's nothing. Like, find someone who does care and go about them if you have to, because ultimately, I only have one body and one lung, and I don't have very many veins left in the first place. So that's why I have to resort to PICC lines and midlines, because I don't have a lot of access points, and my body's been put through a lot in 24 years. So if I can avoid other things going wrong, then I'm going to do that. So that's occurred. So I'm just praying and hoping everything gets better with the nursing staff and just little errors that have happened. And they have a lot of newer nurses here, so maybe they're just not training as well, or being told that there's open communication, that they can ask any questions. I don't really know, but this is my hospital and has been for 5 years, and I normally get marvelous care, and I brag about it. Even I have great doctors here, and they have great medicines and techniques and everything to provide great care for you. But it's just a bummer when you feel like you're advocating for yourself and no one is listening health-wise. But change the topic. Hope everyone is doing okay. Hope they're gonna have a good weekend. I'm definitely not going home this weekend. Maybe late next week, hopefully. I still haven't met the doctor who's covering for my doctor, and I can't remember his name for the life of me. Pretty sure I've met him in the past before, but if Dr. Dom says I can trust him, then I can, because he's pretty strict on who he likes and doesn't like. I'm pretty nauseous today. For lunch, I had like half a sandwich, that was it. My stomach just feels really just bloated and irritated. I am super tired, but I can't sleep because the sun is like glaring through my room, and I have no blinds. My blinds are literally sitting in the corner of my room, just rolled up, so I have no blinds. Speaking of little things that kept happening, so the room we were in before, I had an asthma attack because of visitors. The TV was broken. Moved into this room. The TV was broken. The bed was broken, sounded like an elephant. Got a new bed. Then the bed alarm kept going off even though it was off. So every time I would get to go pee, it was like this obnoxious fire alarm, like 40 times in the night. And finally, the nurse learned how to like disconnect that setting. Don't have any blinds. Like every little minor thing, the devil's like tried to come in and take over. And so this morning when I woke up, I just prayed and I said, not today, Satan. It's not happening. You're not stealing my joy or my positivity, and everything will be great. So I am in the best place for my health and where I need to be. It sucks. It's a bummer, but being negative Nancy isn't going to help anything. So I just wanted to check in and see how everyone's doing and give you all an update. I'm sure I'll probably have more lab work again coming up soon. They've been drawing labs every single morning, so just to check on that. I don't think my sputum sample, I know that's a wonderful word, so sputum samples come back yet, so that does take time, and I'm sure they'll do another CT scan to see how my lung's looking and progressing. Still feel pretty nasty, junky, full of stuff. It's really hard to get up. I've been doing physical chest PT, so they just like cup their hands and they beat on you quite a bit. So a few of them are really good at it, and then some of them are so not so good at it. Not to be mean that my husband has to beat on me after they're gone, because they're worried of hurting me or what's the reason. They don't really use a lot of force. So I hope everyone's having a great Friday. Just wanted to check in. I think I'm going to take myself a little nap. Try to at least before I get bothered. I was almost asleep and someone came in and needed something, or I'm almost asleep and I have to pee for like the 50th time. So I hope everyone has a great Friday, and please just keep me in your thoughts and prayers. If you have any questions or concerns, comment, subscribe, post. Just pray, for the nursing staff here, and we just get a good nurse tonight and the rest of our stay, and everything goes smoothly, and just that people are hearing me when I speak. I think that's just the most annoying and kind of infuriating thing, to be honest, and I need to not let it bother me and just let God take control, and He will. And I'll just continue to speak for my health and what is best for me. And I hope you all have a good weekend. I'll see you later.